Hi friends, this is Manoj. Welcome to my YouTube channel called Experiments. Today I would like to explain to you the concept of multi-sampling in Korg keyboards. Basically, the same method is applied in all the Korg PA Series keyboards. As a disclaimer, I would like to say that this is not a video for the professional Korg keyboard players, but rather for the people who are trying to learn keyboard playing in a professional way. Let's see how we do it. To begin this process, we should have the sound sample or the samples in a USB drive, and I've got two sound samples in my USB drive, and I'm going to connect it to the USB port in the keyboard. I press the sound edit button to begin the process. It takes me to the basic page. While in this page, I am going to press the record button. If I am unsure whether I have enough memory to multi-sample sounds, I can check it in the sampling info. If you look at the screen, you can see that I have 685 samples, 605 drum samples, and 17 multi-samples. If you look at available memory in terms of bytes, you can see that I have about 74 MB, which I think is enough to multi-sample the sounds that I want to do now. So I come back to the edit page, and I'm going to select the sound from the right hand side menu bar. I'm going to choose the option Load Sample. I have the sound sample in the USB drive in a folder. I'm going to look for it, and I'm going to find it in the folder named S for Video. I have two sound samples in this folder, and they are Yamaha MU9DR series grand piano sound samples. I have one sample in the C2 octave and the other one in the C4 octave. I'm going to choose the first sample, which is in the C2 note. I click on it, choose the option Load. Are you sure? Yes. I just play the sound. It sounds perfect to me. If there is a delay in the sound while I play, I can edit it by trimming it in the start. But in this instance, the sound is perfect. First of all, I need to confirm which note the sample sound is. This sound sample is in the C2 note, and I'm going to change the original note from C3 to C2 by turning the rotary button. Now the first sample is ready to be written. I'm going to write it. So if you want, you can change the name to any of your preference, but I'm going to keep the same name, Yamaha MU9DR CG C2. Press OK. OK. It is easy to identify the samples if you mention the note of them while saving it, like I mentioned C2 and C4 for the two samples I used. Especially, it may be handy when you multi-sample and assign these samples to the keys. Now I'm going to select the second sample for the video by following the same process. Press Load Sample. I'm going to choose the Yamaha MU9DR CG C4 wave. That's the first sample on the display. Press Load. Yes. I play the keys. You can see that this sounds differently from the first one. This sample is in the C4 note, so I'm going to change the original note from C3 to C4. Now even this sample is ready to be written as a new sample. So I'm going to choose the option write. I'm going to keep the same name, C4, press OK, yes. Now I have written the sample to the keyboard. From here I'm going to multi-sample the sound. So from this page I'm going to press the menu button, and if you look at the display you can see time slice and multi-sample on the display. Time slice is used to convert a loop into a style, but in this instance I'm going to press the multi-sample function and it will take me to the page where it shows empty MS or empty multi-sample. Now I have to assign these samples to the keys on the keyboard. If you look at the display you can see index 1 bar 1. I'm not going to make any changes there. I'm going to select the sample from just below that, press on off. If you know that the number that sample is assigned to, you can just type it on the keypad, or you can just turn the rotary button until you find it. I know this sound sample is after 650, so I'm going to write 650 on the keypad, press OK. I just play the sound, just make sure. It is not the sound that I want, so from here I'm going to turn the rotary button. Yes, I can find the sample in 686 named Yamaha MU90R C2R. This is the sample that I'm going to choose first. I can see at the bottom that this sample is assigned to the keys from C1 to G9. I'm going to make it from C1 to B3 by turning the rotary button. You can see that the keys that are not selected are being grayed out. So I have assigned this sample from the keys C1 to B3. Now I am going to assign the second samples from C4 to G9. So I'm going to press add, and then I'm going to press the note that I want to start from. You can see on the display that from has changed from C1 to C4, and now I'm going to choose the second sample by following the same process. I know the last sample was 686. I'm going to press that, press OK. So you can see on the display MCGC2R. Now I'm going to look for the second one by turning the rotary button. So you can see MU90 or CGCR. That is the second sample that I'm going to sign from C4 to G9. I'm going to play the keys of the keyboard just to check how the sample sounds. It sounds awesome. Now it is ready to be written as a sample, so I'm going to choose the right option again. So if you look at the display again as name, you see MTMS. So you can put a name of your choice. I'm going to write it as GP for grand piano, MS for multi-sample. Press OK. If you look at the display, you can see two options. Save as a new multi-sample, which means you can save it as a new multi-sample, or save to, which means that you can save it upon another sample which you want to delete. So in this instance, I'm going to choose the option save as a new multi-sample. Press OK. Are you sure? Yes. Now I'm going to exit from the record mode. So I press the record mode button again. So it is asking me, do you want to exit? Press yes. And now I'm back in the piano edit page. Now I need to assign this multi-sample to a sound. I'm going to choose an empty space from the user bank. I can find one in page 3. I'm going to click on it, press exit, and if you look at the display you can see new program. I'm going to just play it to check. It is a piano sound. From this page I'm going to press the menu button to begin the next process. If you look at the display you can see different options: basic, pitch, filter, arm, LFO, effects. I'm going to choose the basic option. You can see on the display that this particular sound has only one oscillator. If you have more than one oscillator, like 2 or 3, you need to make it to 1 in the beginning. Now I go from the sound basic page to the OC basic page. I'm going to look for the multi-sample. So first of all I need to change the ROM from RAM, because the multi-sample that I created is in the RAM category. I'm going to turn the rotary button and I can find the multi-sample in number 17, named MGPMS. I play it and that sounds awesome. I'm now going to write the sound to a new location. Choose the option write sound and you can name it as you like. I'm going to name it as Yamaha GP grand piano. Press OK. You can check the location to see if it is in the same location that you selected first. Yes, it is in the same location. Press exit. Press OK. Are you sure? Yes. I have now written the sound to the keyboard and named it as Yamaha GP. Now I'm going to come back from the OIC basic page to the sound basic page and make the oscillator count from 1 to 3. Now I'm going to write or copy the oscillator from oscillator 1 to 2. Press OK. And again copy the oscillator from 1 to 3. I'm just going to play the sound. Just to show you how the sound has changed when it had one oscillator and now when it has 3 oscillators. I press the exit button and come back to the main page. In this page, if you want, you can also change the other parameters, like press release and make it to 63. Or you can make the sound dull by turning it back to -10. You see how the sound is different. To understand this better, you can watch my other videos about sound editing. I play the sound again. and that sounds perfect to me. You can save the changes if you have made any by pressing on the menu bar and write sound again. Press OK. Yes. In the earlier part of the video, we have seen how we can check the memory status of a keyboard. If you feel that the keyboard is short of memory and you want to delete some multi-samples, you can delete it following the same process. From the sound edit page, press record button, and while in this page, touch on top, and you can see all the samples on the display. Browse through all the samples and select the sample that you want. Once you have selected the sample that you want to delete, touch on the right hand menu bar and choose the option delete, and now you can see on the display three options. One is selected 3 new samples, that is a sample on number 3. Second one is not assigned to any multi-sample or drum kit. So if you choose that option, all the samples that you have not assigned to any multi-sample or drum kit will be automatically deleted. And just below that you can read all samples, multi-samples, drum samples. So if you choose that option, all the samples, multi-samples and drum samples will be deleted. I think nobody would want to do that. So at the moment I'm not going to delete this one because I need this sample. So I press cancel. Similarly, if you want to delete a multi-sample, press menu button and choose the option multi-sample. While in this page, touch on top and you can see all the multi-samples on the display. Browse through all the multi-samples and choose the one that you want to delete. So I'm going to choose Korg banjo flute for the time being. Now from the menu bar, choose the option delete, and you got 3 options here as well. So I'm going to choose delete unassigned samples. So if you choose this option, you don't have to delete the samples. So all the samples that have not been assigned to any multi-samples will also be deleted along with this particular multi-sample. So if you choose the option all multi-samples, all the multi-samples that you created will be deleted. And thirdly, again, all samples, multi-samples, drum samples will be deleted if you choose that option. So I'm going to cancel this as well. So press the record button again to come back to the main page. I hope you liked this video and it was very useful. If you liked the video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell button so that you can receive notifications the next time I post a new video on another topic. Thank you.